It begins with a dream, a mountain in our minds. With closed eyes, we imagine the soles of our feet held up in the steady palms of ancient rock as we trek higher with each skyward step. When we dream, we fly. And when we wake, the chase begins. With the mountain as our ally, we seek that eternal instant where we know, without a doubt, we are alive. But what would you risk for a moment like this? Perhaps this is what divides us. The way we chase a feeling so fleeting, it's easy to call us crazy. To think only the fearless can fly. But what if we were no wilder than you? Utterly human in the way that we all have a burning desire to feel alive. We all have mountains in our minds. We do not gamble with our lives. We shift the odds in our favor. Chance has no place in chasing a dream. An abstract dream is brought into focus. Mount Rose stands among the highest peaks in the Swiss Alps, rooted as the divide between Switzerland and Italy. Its staggering ridges are poised out of reach to even the best wingsuit flyers. Géraldine Fasnacht sets her sights on the mountain. With the latest developments in wingsuit technology, a doorway has been created to access new heights. The ability to catch air faster and fly further is the key we need to unlock the peaks we dream of. An opportunity is born to fly from mountains that have always before stood out of bounds. When opportunity knocks, we jump. With new heights come old fears. We pile obstacles high around us until we are restricted by our own minds. We find ourselves in the confines of darkness, where our dreams fade from sight. What we may not realize is, it is our own chrysalis that traps us. And within the darkness live the ingredients for metamorphosis. Only after we grow our wings may we unfurl them to catch the wind and soar. By training, we breathe life into the embers of our dream to ignite our confidence. Breaking it down. If we can see the mountain for each piece of rock that makes up its mass, then stone by stone, a route is revealed to climb to the top. Like the Earth is pulled by gravity throughout its solar revolution, we are pulled by the forces that inspire us. And just as the world spins on its axis each day without fail, we are driven by the momentous beliefs inside of us. It is not a question of if we stumble on the path, but when. Our willingness to dust ourselves off and learn from the fall will decide our success. Us to first come to know the mountain on the way up. Some of the most important lessons can never be found on the way down. But the calculations aren't adding up. The temptation to admit defeat looms like clouds clinging to a peak. The view we climbed so high to see, no longer visible. We have a choice. We could curse the weather and confirm the impossible, or we could push ourselves a few steps higher. Maybe even rise above the clouds. So we transcend the storm of doubt and uncertainty. We train until the numbers spell jump. Opening Pierre au Roi. This is our sanctuary. Flight here has never before been possible. But now we have the tools to see our backyard with fresh eyes. We know we are strong enough. All signs say go. Our past is resurrected by the thief in our minds, stealing us away from the present moment. Our gut feeling shifts like the weather, its inconvenient murmur echoing through our consciousness. The winds of expectation and ego so easily drown out our inner voice when it whispers, "Not today." We would be foolish not to listen. Every choice matters. The decisions we make each day are the letters that spell out the stories of our lives. The flutter of a wing can set into motion the most powerful storm. When we carve out our own path, the way is thick with untamed challenges, mentally, physically, technically. Then there are the limits of technology. The calculations are close. If this were a usual jump, we would make it, but at the high altitude of Mount Rose, the air is thin. GPS calculations lack the precision needed before attempting the jump at Mount Rose. Our ability to start strong is stolen by the height of the ridge. Our wingsuit takes longer to fill before it will fly. We must train harder, build enough strength in our body to ensure a powerful start. But even this may not propel us far enough to clear the rock. This goal was never set to be achieved by the flip of a coin. To gamble would be to lose, even if things land in our favor. So how do we shift the odds when they seem set in stone? When the odds smother our flame, we reignite our passion. Back to base. We fly to know freedom. We fly to know ourselves. lies in the couloir Marinelli of Mount Rose is a dream of its own. But to get to ride the line we aim to fly, we forge a relationship with the mountain. Flow is the thread that weaves together the experiences in which we feel rooted in the present. We are artists. The mountain, our canvas. Crisp air. Timeless rock. Nature provides the raw materials with which we create a masterpiece in the pursuit of flow. With passion ablaze, we feel our world shift. Pierre Avois. Here, we learn the language of the mountains. Standing on its sharp summit, we have a 360-degree view of a landscape brimming with memories. Like Mount Rose, its jagged peak has always towered beyond reach. Our relationship with Pierre Avois deepens. It comes full circle. Dreams are shapeshifters. Goals will grow if we let them. When we blind ourselves to everything but a singular outcome, we cannot see the lessons that grow in the periphery, ripe for learning. We set our sights skyward on Mount Rose. This is where the world tunes in to catch a split-second glimpse into the art of flight. The dream rests with a pulse like thunder in the palm of our hand. Nothing stands between Géraldine and the jump but seconds. We see our path woven into the mountains that stand tall and snow-capped, like old friends smiling up at us. The memories forged in the pursuit of each dream are alive in our mind. The wealth of smiles, tears, friendships, and lessons absorbed. Well, it is the journey that makes us rich. People think we risk our lives, when really, we live them. We all have mountains in our minds. Where will your journey take you?
Trois, deux, un, base.